Federal High Court in Abuja has announced the rejection of the application for bail filed by suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari and an Assistant Commissioner of Police Sunday J. Ubwa, who are both facing trial for alleged unlawful drug dealings. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, at the close of the registration for the 2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination and Direct Entry Program on Saturday, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board said a total of 1,837,011 candidates were successfully captured in the exercise that took place nationwide between February 19th and March 26th. JAMB announced this in its latest bulletin released on Sunday night. This means with the 4,700 Naira registration fee paid by the applicants, JAMB has successfully generated an estimated revenue of a total of 8.6 billion Naira. At number 9, the Federal High Court has announced the commencement of its Easter vacation. According to a statement released on Sunday by the court's Chief Information Officer, Catherine Christopher, the vacation will begin from April 8th till April 25th, 2022. Quoting the Chief Judge, John Soho, Ms. Christopher said the break was based on the provisions of Order 46, Rule 4, Subsection B of the Federal High Court Civil Procedures Rules 2019 as amended. The statement noted that court activities would resume on April 26th. At number 8, the National Bureau of Statistics says the federal government generated 2.07 trillion Naira as value-added tax last year. This represents a 33% year-on-year increase in VAT when compared to 1.55 trillion Naira generated in 2020. The figures were contained in the NBS's sectoral distribution of VAT report for the fourth quarter of 2021, released at the weekend. The data shows that VAT stood at 512.2 billion Naira in first quarter of 2021 and fell by 3.16%. to 496 billion Naira in the second quarter of 2021. At number 7, bandits have reportedly abducted the Catholic parish priest of St. Mary's Catholic Church in Munya local government area of Niger State, Very Reverend Father Leo Raphael Ozigi, and 44 other villagers. It was gathered that the victims were kidnapped when the terrorists raided the communities in the area on Sunday evening. The Reverend Father was reportedly abducted on his way to Gwada from Sakin Power when he ran into bandits operating on the Sakin Power Gwada Road, who whisked him away alongside other villagers. The Secretary, Niger State Chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Pastor Raphael Opawoye, confirmed the Reverend Father's abduction. At number 6, Ghanaian President Nana Akufo-Addo has announced the lifting of some COVID-19 restrictions by ordering the reopening of the country's land and sea borders. In his 28th nationwide COVID-19 address on Monday, the president added that he made the decision after reviewing the raft of measures put in place to help win the fight against the virus, against the background of rapidly declining infections and the relative success of the vaccination campaign by the Ghana Health Service. He said from Monday, the wearing of face masks is no longer mandatory. I encourage all of you to continue to maintain enhanced hand hygiene practices and avoid overcrowded gatherings. Also, Akufo-Addo said religious gatherings, conferences, workshops and funerals might resume at full capacity as long as audiences are fully vaccinated. At number 5, a Federal High Court in Abuja has threatened to strike out the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission's suit against former Governor of Imo State, Senator Rochas Okorocha. The threat was issued by Justice Iyanekwo on Monday, following a complaint by Cosmos Ugu, counsel to the EFCC, that all efforts made by the agency to effect service of court processes on Okorocha had been unsuccessful. Okorocha, who is expected to be arraigned on a 17-count money laundering charge, is to be arraigned alongside Ayin Nyerere Chineye, Naftali International Limited, Perfect Finish Multi-Projects Limited, Consolid Projects Consulting Limited, Pramiv International Limited, and Legend World Concepts Limited. At number 4, a Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has discharged and acquitted a former Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Kabiru Turaki, of money laundering charges. In a ruling on the no-case submission filed by the defense on Monday, Justice Iyanekwo upheld that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission had failed to link Turaki and his co-defendants with the offences contained in the 16 counts. He said that the prosecution could not establish a prima facie case against them. At number 3, the streets of Imo State capital, Owerri, were almost empty on Monday as banks, schools, marketplaces and other business outlets were shut owing to the recent attack in the state. Unknown gunmen attacked the Otoko Divisional Police Headquarters in the Obowo local government area of the state at about 3 a.m. on Monday. The police spokesperson in Imo, Michael Abata, said the assailants approached the station from an ungoverned forest at the rear. He explained that they threw petrol bombs and improvised explosive devices that fell on the transit camp behind the station and on a parked vehicle. At number 2, Vice President Yemi Osibanjo met with former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo in Abuja, Ogun State on Monday. It was gathered that Osibanjo had visited Ogun State for a high-level dialogue organized by the Coalition for Dialogue on Africa. The dialogue, tagged West Africa Rising to the Challenge of Consolidating Democratic Governance, was scheduled to hold at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Abuja, on Monday and Tuesday. Finally, at number 1, the Federal High Court in Abuja has announced the rejection of the application for bail filed by suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari and an Assistant Commissioner of Police, Sunday J. Ubwa, who are both facing trial for alleged unlawful drug dealings. The 2 officers were charged alongside 5 others by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. In a ruling on Monday, Justice Emeka Nwite held that the prosecution has placed sufficient materials before the court to warrant the refusal of bail to both senior police officers. The judge instead granted an accelerated hearing of the case. Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, and stay safe. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.